again. Here's another comment that's worth sharing. Well, didn't feel they were worth sharing. I wouldn't share them, would I? And this is from Maria. And this again is where I said I feel dirty as a Republican. It's rather lengthy. Gabe, I hear you. I understand the truth and the depth of every thought you put in word. I don't know you or the first thing about you, but we're not just truth seekers. We're also patriots, true to our country, and we genuinely love our country and the freedoms that we've known for many years, that we grew up with. It grieves us to watch our country change as we feel powerless to save it. It grieves me that our young people from high school on up in their 30s and 40s don't even have a clue. Well, it's probably not their fault. The reason I say that is that our education system, with people like Janet Napolitano heading up the California school systems, what do you expect's going to come out the other end? So many people are totally oblivious to what's taking place for years. America has a lot of good people, but sadly, we have a lot of stupid people too. Well, I don't know if that's true. I think our problem is that many of them don't have the time to do anything other than work to survive. But then again, there are a lot of stupid people. Our educational systems have broken down and have been torn down and rebuilt by liberals all across our land. That's what I said about Janet Napolitano when she became head of the California university system. And by that I mean the content of what is taught is nothing like it used to be, and every school across the country has been affected. Our educational system from pre-kindergarten to college and university levels have been systematically replaced, and our children and grandchildren are learning untruths and blatant out-and-out lies, rather than what is true and real regarding the history of our country and the rest of the world. Truly, I tune into Fox and all of the other news stations as well, but I do this because I need to know, hear, and keep up with the liberal agendas. Also, like him or not, I watch Jesse Waters many times and go out into the streets, and it amazes me when he asks the most basic of questions, like who our vice president is, who the secretary of state is, etc. Well, no one really seems to know. It's all about parents not keeping up with their kids, schools raising your kids, twisted garbage being crammed down the throats of our kids where they can't even add 1 + 1. Our kids are not college ready. They're not college level material. They lack through no fault of their own. But yeah, we live in a broken world, and actually Donald Trump is a whole lot better than Hillary, but he's not and can't be our savior. Only God can save us, but he is using Donald Trump as his mouthpiece to wake people up to speak the truth and finally state what people have had the freedom to speak and feel in their minds. Donald Trump is being used as an instrument for our nation and ultimately for other nations too. We still have a chance, but it's going to take a whole lot of prayers, and people need to turn back to their Creator. Once people do, God can and will bless our nation again. We will have a choice. It pains my heart to know that my dad fought in Pearl Harbor and was there for the attack. My brother fought in Vietnam, and my son just separated from the Marine Corps. These guys knew how to fight and keep us alive and free. So when they come to confiscate privately owned legal weapons, don't be surprised if Americans that fought for our nation will once again rise up and defend themselves, and all of those that can't defend themselves. It's like the mother bear syndrome. We all know what happens when you threaten her cubs. We need to take heart, take care of yourself, and lay it at the foot of the cross and let God be God. God doesn't sleep. He sees Hillary, Obama, and all the other evil ones, that he will deal with them swiftly and justly. Well, have you ever thought that maybe God's using me to do what I do as well? I mean, when you stop to think about it, it's not normal for a guy to put 4 years of his life trying to help other people, to try to help our country. Maybe God's doing to me what he's doing to Donald. Just an afterthought. I want to thank the viewer for taking the time to write what I believe she did. And I hope you folks enjoy hearing what she wrote and pass it along. Thanks for listening.